We're back, people, and today we're breaking a film on Jamaree Caldwell Oregon, defensive tackle. In my opinion, one of the most underrated defensive tackles in this class, a very stacked class. He's built at about 6'1", 325, playing as like a nose tackle, one tech, and he should not be able to move the way he does. He's got very good quickness. He's one of those guys that, like, yes, you're probably going to want him to hold his own at the point of attack. He can take on double teams, split them. He's a tough guy to move with his build. He plays with good low center of gravity pad level, but the thing that sort of sets him apart is he can be disruptive and get into the backfield and make some athletic plays that are unexpected, which I think, gives him more a versatile skill set, because usually these guys are more like two-down players, but I've even seen him flash some pass rush ability where he just gets after the passer with like some good power. He rushes with some plan. He understands like how to use his hands. So he's not a guy that like desperately needs to be off the field in those situations. But just like a lot to really like with Caldwell's game. He's plays with a really like high motor as well. And it shows just like athleticism, getting down the field laterally like this, range, which are like, pretty rare things for a player that of his size to be making plays like that. So here, starting just in the middle, straight up playing as a nose tackle. And this is where he gets cut off to the side, but he's able to get past him like under, for taking like this angle too. Because usually when this happens on some outside zone, you're trying to work around 61 across his face. But he's able to throw him by and still have enough like juice to get down laterally and make that tackle. That is pretty impressive for a guy to move. Because you can see right there, once he sheds, good job, like hand placement, throw him away. Like, look at that acceleration, that extra boom first step to just get there out after the contact, after stacking that. It's just real, or after shedding it. It's just really, really good work from Caldwell. Just a guy that I think will hold like instantly, will make an impact as a run defender, hold his own versus like in either scheme, because I think he can two gap, one gap, get upfield, be disruptive type player if you want him as one tech, or just a nose tackle, holding his own. And I think as a pass rusher, he can develop still, but I think there's enough juice and athleticism where I could see that becoming even better. Here, you get to see him on the backside like of these types of run, like some outside zone. Look at the explosiveness, because he's got slight outside shade of this left guard. Look at him cross the face so fast. Look at the quickness. Able to get into the backfield, disrupt this play. He doesn't finish to make the tackle, maybe not having the longest arms, isn't able to quite finish this. But if the other guys kind of do their job, like he should slow down this play, disrupt it long enough to still help limit that gain, making this, because this is Ashton Genty, who's like the top running back. You want to see him finish it, but he does enough there to really like slow down this play, give your guys a lot of time to get there and pursue, and then help make that tackle there. So really good work from Caldwell. Another example of him just as a nose tackle, get control of the center. He does a good job here too, because he recognizes the flow, gets into it. He peeks to the backside here, sees that this guard wants to attack him, but when you're going to get double teamed, you really want to single out one guy, so he singles him out, almost uses him as a shield, because you don't want this guy to attack your low hip, because that's how you get washed out, so he's able to avoid that. And now once he feels the left guard go up to the other guy, he's able to just throw the center off like it's nothing, peel off, and then make that tackle right there. Just a very good athletic play, and like I think understanding, like processing type of play from him. That's what you want to see. He's got a good feel for it for the most part. I think if he can just develop a little more of a pass rush bag. But for a guy that's in like the nose tackles, they usually don't have enough juice to be a pass rusher. I think he's got enough juice to where he can still be disruptive and that type of thing. And here's him just splitting a double team. Last time we saw him take on one, here he's just taking on both. Doesn't get moved at all. Look at him drop his pad level. He's so much lower than them. Like, look at their helmets compared to his. Just underneath, able to still stay on his feet. Love the balance and core strength from him, and then split, throw on it, and then still make the tackle. Usually when you're taking on double teams, you're just trying to hold your own at the point of attack and then have the linebacker still. He is able to take it on and still shed it and make that tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's an insanely impressive play, man. I really enjoyed watching his film, because even when he's not making like highlight plays, he's never really getting moved around and thrown out of the play. Like he's either like taking on his guy and fitting in his run lane, and then someone else is making a play because he's just doing his job, just constantly beating double teams. Look how hard it is to move him here. Because this is some, looks like there's some like gap scheme action going on here. They're trying to get here, and this guy's trying to down block with the pulling right guard. Usually, you see left tackle highlights where they down block like this and attack the hip of this guy. Look how he takes on this contact. Doesn't get moved at all. Like, usually they'll get moved laterally a little bit. He didn't get moved literally an inch, not even a centimeter. Just takes on this guy. That's just great core strength. Able to work through it. And by him not getting moved here, it allows 28 to kind of work free as well. Because usually this left tackle would attack low hip and then climb to the linebacker. He's not able to do that because he doesn't get any movement on Caldwell. And the Caldwell's still able to split through it late and then help make that tackle in the backfield after, the first guy slowed him down. Just absolutely beautiful work. He makes lives easier for second-level defenders and can also make, like, splash impact plays. It's very, very impressive. Like, here he is bullying the center, kind of able to cross his face, continue to, like, strain, work through this. He's peeking this backside because he wants to stay disciplined. He sees where this running back is. He has the potential two-way go. If the running back is able to bounce off here, he's able to make that play. Now, once the running back declares, he flips to their side, helps make that tackle. Just absolutely wonderful work. Kind of another example of that here. He looks like he might try to cross the face of the center, but now he's just two-gapping. See, he's reading the mesh point, sees that this guy could potentially hit this backside lane, so he sees it the whole way, now able to shed off of it, and then finish that tackle at the line of scrimmage. Really good work. And a lot of his, like, when he does make tackles, it's at the line or in the backfield. It's rarely ever, deep down the field. If it is, it's him, like, making a play, like, towards the sideline from getting down there laterally with range. But you can just see, get off the ball. The ball is released quickly here, but you can just see the power that he has. Good leverage, pad level. He has a clear way to win as a pass for sure. It's him using his speed to power. I would like to see some more moves, but you can see the push, pull, throw this guy. If this running back doesn't get in his way and the quarterback maybe is not getting rid of the ball so fast, he had a pretty quick pressure there in that scenario. Here's another rep of him kind of winning, crossing face. This is also, I think, important, being able to move like this. Because I think, if your team that's going to run a lot of twists and stunts, he's got some good movement skills to slant side to either side, which I think becomes valuable when you're in that position, because a lot of them don't have that explosive movement, so he can be a guy that helps out. Also, just good hands here, hand fighting. And then now he's power underneath, kind of forklift, lift his guy up, turn the guy's hips open, and able to get a pressure and a hit on the quarterback. That's just absolutely beautiful, beautiful work just across the board. And here's an example of just some athleticism. Like, here he doesn't show, like, maybe insane recognition of what's going on, but once he sees the screen, kind of works through some contact and look to just work down and make that tackle on Ibuka. Because Ibuka gets slowed down. This is what you want to see out of a guy. You want to see a guy with a hot motor and making an athletic play on space, because you're not expecting that guy from the 6'1", 325 guy. Because that's a big boy. And, like, here's another example of it, man. Look at him working down laterally from the nose tackle position. Even late to recognize it, too, because I feel like he doesn't instantly identify what's going on here. He's staying a little patient, and now he sees that this is a, QB trying to, run the QB sweep, get to the outside with the lead block of the running back, and he's just shows off sideline, the range to get to the sideline from the close hash, but that's still impressive from Caldwell. And then the last play here, like seeing this too, because a lot of teams are doing this nowadays, off play action, they're sliding protection, and no one's firing off the ball here. Look at the whole D-line, they're all just, like, kind of flowing with the play. Now, once Caldwell recognizes that it is play action, look at him kind of feel the flow, and then he kind of slaps the hands away of the left guard, and then dips his shoulder underneath, and is able to work past both of them, and basically split the double team, and show just good fight, effort. That low pad level really helps, and he's able to get a pretty quick pressure off that type of play action look where he got double teamed, and just forced the QB off his spot pretty quickly, which is exactly what you want to see from your defensive tackle. So I think he's, like, very underrated, flying under the radar. Usually, these types of players usually go a little bit later because they might only be seen as 2-down players. But I think he's one of those guys that can make an impact on third down more so than a lot of nose tackles usually do. Because, he might be seen as, like, a starter in base, but I think he's a guy that will be a starter and a base for a team. And then when you go into nickel, he's a guy that can be a part of the rotation. Maybe not necessarily a starter, but, like, he can definitely be get a decent amount of snaps in there for you. So really like Caldwell as a player in a deep defensive tackle class. So if you're the moves like, come in, so